This video is brought to you by JORD Wooden Watches. Don't make me say that 3 times quickly. Anyway, JORD is giving away $180 in e-gift cards to one lucky winner. To enter, all you gotta do is follow the links in the description or on screen. Then it'll take you to a new page where you put your first name and your email of choice, hit enter, and then you wait patiently. See the patience and time puns? Yeah, I put them in there. Now that you understand how to, enter the contest, let me talk a little bit about the watches. First, let's appreciate just the pronunciation of the company. JORD, but pronounced JORD? Sounds like some kind of Iron Banner weapon, if you ask me. I think this one goes without saying, but the watches are wooden. Like, made out of the stuff that trees are made out of. Which, on a wristwatch, is pretty eccentric, and it will turn some heads. Like, I'm gonna level with you really quickly. I really enjoy my watch. Not because it looks luxurious or anything, or tells the time, but because of just the sheer eccentric conversation starting potential. That was pretty verbose and wordsy, but basically what I'm saying is that I will randomly get asked, what the hell is that on your wrist? Which, for the socially inept, is the easiest way to segue into a conversation with someone that you otherwise wouldn't have known what to say to. Well, that just about wraps up my brief shout out to my sponsor JORD. Before I get back to the video, let me quickly mention that they have free worldwide shipping, custom sizing, and the team members at JORD all play games, like Destiny. So you can probably find them in Rumble if, something's messed up with your watch, which won't happen, but worst case, you find them in Rumble. Alright, let's jump into this. This video will be a quick overview of patience and time in both PvE and PvE, and then a full tutorial on how to glitch patience and time. First and foremost, let's start off with how to run patience and time. Now, I'm not going to have anything fancy on the screen, you're just going to see my whimsical gameplay in the background, because patience and time is relatively simple. You run Field Scout, you run Aggressive Ballistics.
Use custom optics.
Sorry about that, I don't think Drunken Interconscious got the memo. Custom Optics does nothing except increase the zoom on patience and time. Now, I know there was a brief period in Destiny where it actually reduced the zoom, but that's not the case anymore. So, again, Field Scout, Aggressive Ballistics, and you're good to go. In PvE, I rate it 2 of 10. Yes, it does everything that a sniper should do, but it doesn't really do anything better than a legendary sniper. The exception is if you want to use the invisibility to cheese Crota's End or the Warsat on a Nightfall. Also, Icebreaker is coming back in year 3. Aesthetics, not to be confused with a ghetto name or a Botox rear end company, but how the patience and time looks, and we can all agree it looks pretty badass. If you're the kind of person who's a bush Wookiee in Battlefield 4, this is the gun for you. In PvP, I rate this gun 5 out of 10. It isn't a terrible archetype, it still will kill 1 headshot, 2 body shots, but it will not kill supers. Exotic perk aside, it does nothing better than any other legendary sniper. Now, not mentioning the patience and time glitch, it still has its merits in PvP with the invisibility perk. When you're invisible, it sets you off the radar, so yes, you can be invisible in close quarters and duck walk towards somebody and assassinate them. Now you go one step further and combine it with the Galleon artifact, and now you have an enhanced radar that you can see while invisible while scoped down with your snipe. Now, having a radar open while you're scoped down isn't that big of an advantage, because you can just tap the L button repeatedly, kind of like I'm tapping the B button on the special ammo. But if you give a competent player a Galleon's artifact, a patience and time invisibility, and a competent primary, they can do some work. Now let's talk about the glitch, because the glitch is fantastic. If you count the glitch, patience and time is miles above some other snipers, because what other sniper lets a Warlock or a Titan go completely invisible and then wreak havoc for a few seconds? But assuming that Bungie is going to nerf this glitch and not, fix connections. Sorry, got a little heated there, but assuming that Bungie is going to put all their resources into fixing this glitch, let's go look at how to use patience and time in PvP without the glitch. Here are just a few ways that I use the patience and time in PvP. The skill in the chamber. Gotcha, bitch! The they turned off skill-based matchmaking so I can get away with this shit. the just got 94 magic, so taste my vengeance, scrub.
Surprise, motherfucker!
The not so soft, but still pretty hard scope. The 11 on the Mohs scale scope. That means it's hard.
Combined arms. Alpha team. War machines are in play. Find a ride, push the advantage.
Okay, now that you're accepted into MLG, I can let you in on the little secret about how to do the glitch. And you're probably wondering, well, what advantages are there to even doing the glitch? What is the glitch? All these questions in your head, and I'm going to answer them right now. So what happened accidentally in a match of Combined Arms? I was aiming down sights and then someone tried to shotgun rush me. So I aimed down sights to go ninja mode. He gets a little too close, so I melee him. And then I stay invisible for some reason, switch weapons, and forget about it. After playing this clip 200 times back, I finally figured it out.
Coincidence? I think not!
Whoa, that's like fucking mean.
Ammo inbound.
So yes, you saw that on your screen right. You hold up, you melee, and then you jump as soon as you go invisible. It is nearly frame perfect on the patience and time. So I have a couple tips on how to make it more consistent. So because this is such a hard concept to time perfectly, no pun intended, there's a couple things that I suggest doing. Number one is play 120 beat per minute metronome or music. Song I recommend is Soak Up the Sun by Sheryl Crow. But you play your metronome, right? You can use a stopwatch or a wristwatch to time it perfectly. Here, I'll show you. After aiming down sights with the L trigger for 3 seconds, you will go invisible with patience and time. But the zoom speed of the scope varies, so it's not going to be a perfect 3 seconds. That's where you use this metronome or your stopwatch or your wristwatch to time it perfectly. So I would count out by tapping my foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. right? And then on the first beat of a tap, I hit the L trigger, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I would do my button combination. So now I'm going to try it in game for you. So remember, I'm going to be holding up on the controller, tapping L right when my foot taps, then hitting the right melee and jump on the 6th upbeat. So, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how it looks. You don't necessarily need to move this stick around, it's just habit of playing claw. If I had to tell you honestly, after practicing it all day, I could get it maybe half of the time, which is pretty scary. So don't be blaming me for ruining trials or anything. I guarantee you that the masses will not be able to do this perfectly and it will probably fuck them over. So you're probably wondering what the benefits are to this invisibility. Well, if you can look at the top left on the radar, I am completely off the radar for the entire duration of this invisibility, despite, you know, jumping, moving, skating, running, sliding, everything. I'm off the radar. So if you combine this with fusion grenades, or any sticky grenade for that matter, or Kepri Sting with a throwing knife, insert any OP combination you can think of, and suddenly it starts to become just a little bit overpowered. The most important thing to note though is you have to have patience and timeout if you want to remain invisible. So you can't switch to your primary, which is unfortunate because it would be pretty crazy to equip something like Universal Remote and Patience and Time at the same time, go invisible with Patience and Time, and then run around with Universal Remote. But frankly, that's just not the case. I'm going to give the same answer on primaries as I did with the Telesto. The best primary for this Patience and Time is a close range weapon that can kill very lightning fast. Since you can't do the last word, I do a hand cannon with Lucky Round because my chances of getting a 2-tap to the face are pretty high. And even if I don't get a 2-tap to the face, it still kills pretty quickly with 1 headshot and 2 body shots. Not to mention, this particular hand cannon I have has quick draw on it. And I noticed something very strange with my Luck in the Chamber hand cannons. Despite only having a single Luck in the Chamber perk, I still hit multiple lucky rounds. And no, final round has nothing to do with it. I'm talking about my single lucky round, 6 in the chamber, whale. And when I say whale, I don't mean YouTuber, RuneScaper, Bodhi.
Alrighty then, here we are.
What's going on, guys? But yeah.
I mean, the future War Cult hand cannon. Basically, when you hit 2 lucky rounds in a row, it makes you want to say,
Woo! Mom, get the camera! Got your camera! Get out, Mom!
alright internet, we're gonna forget that exists. So the final verdict for Patience and Time, overall it's worth as an exotic. I rate 5 out of 10. Now if the glitch exists and is never patched, 7 out of 10. Alternatively, if they improve custom optics to the way it was before, or they, make a synergy with the Blade Dancer Shadowjack perk or something like that, then I can see Patience and Time rising up in the ranks. However, its main downfall comes to its archetype, because frankly, there's already enough high impact snipers out there. I don't see them buffing Patience and Time. Here's a concept that I was toying around with. I thought of it the other day and it woke me up in the middle of the night and I was like, this is genius. So you remember the old armor piercing rounds perk? I want to replace the custom optics on Patience and Time with armor piercing, except we're going to update the perk for just Patience and Time. It's going to reduce the magazine down to 1, and it's going to be a armor piercing shot through the wall anywhere on the map. And as an added negative to balance it out, you only get 1 bullet per special ammo crate, and if you switch to Field Scout and switch back, you lose all your bullets. So I feel like a safe way to, make it fair is that you spawn in with 4 bullets regardless of whatever stupid sniper armor you're wearing. 1 bullet in the magazine, right? 1 bullet per special ammo crate. But you're probably thinking to yourself, Cammy, this is the most OP thing I ever heard of with the Night Stalker See You Through Wall perk, or Defender Illuminated. Well, even with aggressive ballistics, it's not going to be a one-shot kill to the body. And with the Night Stalker perk, you have to give up either Shade Step or Bones of AO, so that's a lot to give up for just a sniper, when you could just be extremely evasive. And, not take enough damage to be body shot by a sniper. I feel like there's pros and cons and maybe some angles that I'm not looking at, but the point is, I feel like it would be fun to toy around with this exotic, improve it, and bring back a useless perk. So is anyone out there actually mad that I took a sponsorship? For one, I am definitely not forcing anything onto you guys that I wouldn't prefer to have myself. So, that being said, all a sponsorship does is really enable me to make content more efficiently and at a higher quality. I'll go ahead and cut like the 5-minute explanation / sob story whatever and just say all a sponsorship is going to do for me is turn something that I do on my free time as a hobby into a potential career, which then at that point I don't even need to take sponsorships. I can just make videos, enjoy myself, you guys enjoy my videos, and work on YouTube full time. It's a win-win. So for now, I'll deal with the complaining if you don't like me shouting out companies that I myself would rock. Well everyone, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, favorite, subscribe, all that typical YouTube jazz, and I'll see you next time. Here's the part where you help though. So comment the weapon that you want to see an exotic review on next. It will be in the same style of these videos, possibly funnier in the future as I improve while making these videos. So comment below whatever exotic you want to see in the next video. And maybe, just maybe, I might put a straw poll on Twitter, and then we will have a definite answer on the viewer pick exotic. I'm gonna stop talking. See you guys later.